Have you ever wondered if a simple daily habit could quietly reveal important clues about your health after the age of 70? Many doctors say that changes in urination are often one of the earliest signs that something inside the body needs attention. In fact, your bladder and kidneys can sometimes signal health issues long before other symptoms appear. The surprising part is that many seniors dismiss these signals as just getting older. But paying attention to them could help you protect your energy, independence, and long-term well-being. In today's video, we're going to explore 6 urination patterns that may offer important insights into your health after 70, and what you can do to support your body in a gentle and practical way. Stay with us until the end, because one of these habits is extremely common, yet many people completely overlook it. As we age, we often focus on things like blood pressure, cholesterol levels, or joint stiffness. These are certainly important, but one area that rarely gets enough attention is how our urinary system changes over time. Your kidneys, bladder, nerves, and even your heart work together to manage fluids and remove waste from the body. When something in that system shifts, your urination habits can change as well. Now, it's important to understand that these patterns do not diagnose disease on their own. However, they can act as useful signals that it might be time to adjust your habits or speak with a healthcare professional. Let's take a look at 6 signs worth paying attention to. 1. Frequent trips to the bathroom at night. Waking up once during the night to use the bathroom can be normal, especially as we age. But waking up 3 or 4 times every night may indicate that your body is having difficulty regulating fluids. Sometimes this happens because the kidneys produce more urine during the night. In other cases, it may be related to circulation, medications, or conditions like sleep disturbances. Frequent nighttime bathroom trips can also disrupt deep sleep, and good sleep is essential for immune health, memory, and heart function. Simple steps that may help include limiting large amounts of fluid late in the evening, reducing excess salt before bedtime, elevating the legs in the afternoon to reduce fluid buildup. If nighttime urination suddenly increases, it's always wise to mention it to a healthcare provider. 2. Waiting too long before using the bathroom. Many people develop the habit of ignoring the urge to urinate, especially when they are busy or focused on something else. Occasionally delaying is usually harmless, but doing it repeatedly over time can place unnecessary pressure on the bladder. The bladder works best when it fills and empties regularly. Holding urine for long periods may increase the risk of bladder discomfort, infections, or incomplete emptying. A healthier habit is to respond to your body's signals instead of pushing past them. Think of it as cooperation with your body, rather than control over it. 3. Drinking too little water. Some older adults intentionally drink less water because they worry about needing the bathroom too often. While this concern is understandable, chronic dehydration can create more problems than it solves. Water helps the kidneys filter waste and keeps urine properly diluted. When the body doesn't receive enough fluids, urine becomes more concentrated, which may irritate the bladder. Proper hydration can support kidney function, healthy circulation, mental clarity, energy levels. Instead of drinking large amounts all at once, many experts recommend small, consistent sips throughout the day. 4. Straining. During urination. Urination should normally happen with gentle relaxation of the bladder muscles. If you regularly feel the need to push or strain, it may be a sign that something is interfering with normal flow. For men, this can sometimes be related to prostate enlargement. For women, it may involve pelvic floor changes that occur with age. Straining can place extra pressure on the pelvic floor and even affect blood pressure temporarily. If this is happening often, it's a good idea to discuss it with a healthcare professional who can help identify the cause. 5. Changes in urine color or appearance. Your urine can reveal a lot about hydration and internal balance. Typically, healthy urine ranges from pale yellow to light straw color. However, changes such as consistently dark urine, cloudy appearance, strong odor, visible foam may signal dehydration, dietary factors, medications, or other medical conditions. Occasional variation is normal, but if a change persists for several days, it's worth paying attention. A simple daily glance can serve as an easy personal health check. 6. Sudden urgency or leakage. Experiencing a sudden urge to urinate or occasional leakage can be uncomfortable, and many people feel embarrassed talking about it. However, bladder control changes are extremely common with aging and often manageable. These symptoms may be related to pelvic floor muscle weakness, bladder irritation, nerve signaling changes, certain medications. Ignoring the issue can sometimes lead people to reduce social activities or avoid leaving home, which can negatively impact overall well-being. Fortunately, many solutions exist, including pelvic floor exercises, lifestyle adjustments, and medical treatments. Seeking help is a sign of self-care, not weakness. Number 7. A very weak or interrupted urine stream. Another pattern that often appears after the age of 70 is a urine stream that feels much weaker than it used to be, or a flow that starts and stops several times before finishing. Many people assume this is simply a normal part of aging, but it can sometimes signal changes in the urinary tract that deserve attention. For men, a slow stream is commonly associated with an enlarged prostate, which can partially block the flow of urine. For women, it may be related to pelvic floor muscle changes or bladder positioning that naturally occurs over time. When the bladder cannot empty efficiently, a small amount of urine may remain behind. Over time, this leftover urine can increase the risk of irritation or infection. The key here is not to panic, but to observe patterns. If you regularly notice a weak stream, a delayed start, or the feeling that your bladder is not completely empty, it may be helpful to discuss it with a healthcare professional. Simple lifestyle adjustments, pelvic floor exercises, and proper medical evaluation can often improve bladder function and make daily life more comfortable. Number 8. Urinating very frequently during the day. Another habit worth paying attention to is needing to use the bathroom unusually often throughout the day. For most people, urinating every few hours is perfectly normal. But if you find yourself needing to go every 30 minutes or every hour, even when you haven't been drinking large amounts of fluid, it may be a signal that the bladder is becoming overly sensitive. This can happen for several reasons, including bladder irritation, certain medications, caffeine intake, or changes in blood sugar levels. Sometimes people respond by drinking less water, but that can actually make the situation worse. Concentrated urine can irritate the bladder lining and increase urgency. Instead, a more balanced approach is to maintain healthy hydration, reduce bladder irritants like excessive caffeine, and give your bladder time to fill naturally between trips. If frequent urination begins suddenly or interferes with daily activities, it's always wise to mention it during a medical checkup so the underlying cause can be evaluated. Final thoughts. Our bodies are constantly communicating with us. Sometimes those messages appear in obvious ways, but other times they show up in small daily patterns like sleep, appetite, or even bathroom habits. Paying attention to these signals doesn't mean worrying about every little change. It simply means staying aware and caring for your body with respect. Healthy aging is not about controlling everything. It's about making thoughtful choices, staying informed, and giving your body the support it deserves after decades of hard work. Even small steps, drinking enough water, listening to your body's signals, and discussing changes with a healthcare professional can make a meaningful difference. Remember, longevity is not only about living longer. It's about maintaining the strength, clarity, and independence that allow you to enjoy the years ahead. Thank you for spending a few minutes with us today. If this video helped you learn something new, please like the video and share it with someone who might benefit from it. And before you go, tell us in the comments, which of these 6 habits surprised you the most? We always enjoy hearing from you, and your comments help us create more videos that truly matter. Stay healthy, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.